Hello, Internet! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Shenanigoons, the Book of Fables, that kinda sorta D&D game where you contribute to the chaos. I am Angela, your Dungeon Master for today, and hello, players!
Hello!
How are you all today?
Excellent. Working on caffeination.
Good,
That's always good.
Caffeination's important.
We are here on your Tuesday night to have some fun, and we are sadly down a very dear Kyle. Under the weather again, but Godspeed, Kyle. Hope you heal up soon.
Yes.
It is flu and cold season.
Yes, go get your flu shot if you can. It's important.
Indeed.
So, we are here to pick up where we left off. We are in chapter 49 of our story, and tonight's chapter is called The Book of Gobbles. And we'll see what that means in a little while. First and foremost, however, let's do a little bit of bookkeeping. If you are here for the first time, welcome, welcome. We are a bunch of folks from the Nerdsmith Network. We make podcasts and live streams and all sorts of fun stuff. And you should definitely check us out. You can find out more about us at nerdsmith.org, or if you like what you're watching tonight, you should consider signing up for our Patreon. Now, I would like to say a little trade secret here. If you just follow us on Patreon, you will also start getting access to some public postings. We're going to start using Patreon as like our main means of like blog communications. So follow us even if you don't have it in you to support us just yet, and maybe see if we can win you over. We will have fun content. So take a look and at least follow us. If not, help support us more long term. You help us pay our creators and our performers and keep the lights on. So hooray! We are also supported by some really kick-ass sponsors. First and foremost, World Anvil. Now, those of you who aren't in the World Anvil community as deeply as some of us, might not know that tomorrow, is it tomorrow? Tomorrow is... Yes, tomorrow is the 1st. Tomorrow is the 1st of December, but it's also the 1st of World Ember, which is World Anvil's own writing challenge. Think of it as NaNoWriMo, or National Novel Writing Month, but for December and for world building. World Ember is a challenge where you write X number of words per day. Your challenge is to just get some content on your World Anvil account. I will be trying my best to participate in World Anvil this year, but they also have contests and things for best articles of certain topics, and they have some really kick-ass prizes. So you should definitely go check out World Ember, because it's very fun. Lots of people just sprinting to the finish line trying to get words, and World Anvil has word counters built into the system, so you always know how much you've written across the board and in your articles. So take a look and definitely help light up the forge this World Ember. Hooray! We are also sponsored by where are you at? We are affiliates, as you can see below me just now. We're affiliates of Hero Forge. Hero Forge is, you know them, that amazing fantasy miniature designer. They do 3D printed 3D models and just digital art that you can make of your characters, which is what you see when you look at our players or when I mention a character and push my fancy buttons. And you can see some of our Hero Forge designed character models for some of our common NPCs. They show up and I kind of push the buttons whenever I mention them, so you know who I'm talking about. You get a nice visual, because I am, if not everyone else, incredibly visual. So they are also doing something kind of fun for December. Keep an eye on their Twitter, because they are doing a adventure calendar. It looks like every single day of the month they will be releasing an image, or they're keeping it very hush-hush right now. I don't think we're going to find out till tomorrow, but go follow them on Twitter to find out. I'm very curious. And finally, last but certainly not least, we are sponsored by Die Hard Dice and our resident Dice Dragon, our mother of Dice Dragons, to be honest. How many people have you brought into the cult at this point?
I think actually, Mother of Dice Dragons, I think actually is my user tag on Steam. Now that I think about it, it actually is Mother of Dice Dragons.
Oh no, I've accidentally Steam doxed you. I didn't mean to.
I'm very rarely on Steam, so it's okay. It's all right. But yes, we are sponsored by the ever very lovely Die Hard Dice, and right now it is the 2021 Die Hard Dice holiday sale going on. So right now, up until December 20th, you can get some extra good deals on Die Hard Dice. Currently, they have a bunch of Dice Affiliate stuff that has just released, including the Cynthia Marie Dice Affiliate set called Sinfully Lux, if you are a fan of Cynthia Marie and her dancing, or her performance as Nellie G on LA by Night, as well as a Dire D20 Hex Breaker die that just came out. It looks amazing. And right now, bonus gifts are a thing. So if you spend 30, 60, 90, 120, or 180 in the store, you will be getting some free gifts as well. So,
Castle Die Hard, the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Normally, that coupon code Dice Dragons would give you 10% off, correct? However, because it is the holiday sale, between now and December 20th, if you use the code Dice Dragons to make a purchase, you will get 15% off of your order. And this month, for the last day of November, we are featuring once more these lovely Avalor Enchanted Samhain 7-piece dice set. They are a beautiful sparkled orange with a little tiny bit of purple sparkle in there as well. And these lovely, wonderful dice are going to be going to the amazing Lane before her entry into our fan art contest because of her amazingly wonderful, wonderful writing that we were all very soft for. Those gifts, let's see here.
I will share the link. If you go to our Discord, I'll pin it.
They
Congratulations,
do
Lane.
stack. Alora, those gifts do stack. They have 3 different tiers. The more you spend, the more you can add from each tier. So yes, they do indeed stack. So yes, Lane, please contact me on Discord and give me your address, and I will ship these lovely, lovely folks out to you.
Woo.
So congratulations again. Thank you so much for your wonderful contribution. It seriously made us all very soft, and maybe one of us a little bit kind of teary-eyed. Maybe 2 of us a little teary-eyed. So we would love to get those out to you as soon as possible. But for anybody else who does not have their very own set, and is not Lane who just won a set, please visit dieharddice.com and pick up your very own set of the Enchanted Avalor Samhain dice. And be sure to check out what?
Don't spend your whole page. I just most of it.
Samhain dice. There we go. You would think the pagan would be able to pronounce Samhain like without problem.
It's okay. It's been a day.
Apparently tonight is an issue.
It's fine.
But so tune in for more fun things. I will say that they just launched their glow-in-the-dark Avalor dice. They look amazing, and they also made a magnetic black light dice trays that are magnetized to your dice tray to make your dice glow in the dark, and I'm kind of in love with them. So use the coupon code DiceDragons at checkout for 15% off your order if you order before December 20th. And now we'll stop talking about dice.
Hell yeah.
Right now.
Oh, no, you won't. We'll talk about dice more. Speaking of dice,
speaking of Angela, we cannot hear you.
Damn it. Speaking of dice, this is what happens when I have a mute button so that I can type without bothering people. I forget to unmute myself. So, speaking of dice, as I said, we are the D&D campaign where you contribute to the chaos. Sorry for pointing at you rather firmly there. You can tip the show in order to tip the scales a little bit in our favor, or just in the favor of chaos. If you go to our Streamlabs link, which is in our chat or below the stream, you can tip various amounts of money to make some different things happen during the game. So starting with $5 tip gives a reroll to the party's reroll pool, which is a number of dice that have been provided to reroll a d20 as needed. They have a few right now. Somebody should be able to check the pinned thing. We don't have to know the number, but just somebody look at it so you have it. At the $15 tip, you help. The thing on the screen is wrong. I've used the wrong one. At the $15 level, it's our most popular, helping to inspire nope, that's the wrong one. It's been a bit. 15 rolls on the Wheel of Causality. That is what happens when you do that. The Wheel of Causality is a collection of wild magic and meta jokes that everyone has consented to, and if you roll, let us know who rolls on the wheel, and we will see what the fates have in store for them. At the $25 level, then we get to the one I was trying to talk about, which is help me by helping me create an NPC for the session. Give me a name, an appearance, their pronouns, fun detail about them or something, and I will incorporate them into the session tonight. At the $50 level, finally, DM Ex Machina. You give the players 1 minute of DM powers, and what that allows them to do is kind of whatever they want for a solid minute, and I've agreed to allow this to happen. Oops, that's not a thing. Don't worry about that. So I'm gonna very quick fix the screen because it was the wrong thing. There we go. All right, I'm getting good at this whole OBS thing. So those are the things that you could do to help contribute to the chaos, but we have our own chaos to deal with, so let's get started. But first, to get us in the mood, let's remind ourselves why we're all here. Be back in a moment. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so let's do a very incredibly brief recap. The party is traveling through a series of book worlds, going inside the realms inside books in order to track down or perhaps confront or perhaps just sabotage a Fae Queen of which they have some contention with. Her Majesty of the Trade, who has made her way, or who has the ability to pass between fictional worlds, and they are jumping through a couple of different places right now. First, they went to a realm of stone soldier. Well, first they went to a portal realm. The portal realm had a bunch of doors. They decided to go through one that led to a foggy eternity of infinite stone soldiers. They were able to bypass them via stealth, and some people have wings. And they are tasking themselves with finding notes from Her Majesty of the Trade's beloved and general evil asshole, the Lord of Tales, who has left her little trite love notes, and that is where she knows how to open a portal to the next book that she needs to travel to. And they have with them a friend, Amadine, who I don't have a picture for, goddammit, who is a tiefling in the service of one of the other Fae Queens, Her Majesty of Beauty. And she has the ability to manipulate the written or the illustrated world, so she can draw things and bring things into being with her magic quill, of which she's been using to forge the signature of the Lord of Tales. So making a new message to trip up Her Majesty of the Trade if she ever tries to use this path again. She is also the one opening the doors for you. So, don't let her die or anything. That would also make Lane very sad, as Amadine is one of her D&D PCs and an NPC that she purchased via our Contribute to the Chaos feature. So, you are all traveling. You went to the Stone Soldiers, then you went to a book called On the Discovery of Changelings, which was like I called it a memoir.
Yes.
Of a certain detective named T.R. Toyce. He had been uncovering a dastardly Assassin's Guild of changelings, and you all got caught up in the nonsense. Many things happened, including your bestie, Valane, the changeling, starting to explore their personas a bit more, of which the one they are currently in is Vin, a gnomish rapscallion who has caught the eye of a certain member of our party.
I mean, Lane in general catches the eye of that party member, but Vin is very new and exciting.
Paru began panicking when Vin showed up. And you, what also happened? Harland got single white furbolg. got replaced with a changeling 2 sessions ago. You didn't notice until I let Kyle start running rampant because he knew the whole time that he was supposed to be a little changeling girl, and so he was pretending the whole time, and it was delightful. So there was a lot of shape shifting, a lot of Chris is absolutely, let me say, Oliette's absolutely perfect French accent, very impressive, and also Oliette proposing that Harland / you, the changeling girl, was a Make-A-Wish kid. And then she set the kitchen on fire. It was great. You set the kitchen on fire, not you, Oliette.
Yeah.
You, the changeling. This is all Alora's fault. So
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Delightful.
Yeah. So you all travel through the pantry and the kitchen after a very uncomfortable series of lies and leaving the changeling girl behind as she fled. And you were all able to scatter around and find Harland, who had woken up in a carriage with a note of thank you and some gold from an unknown benefactor who had apparently bailed him out of jail while he was out. Presumably he was just like unconscious somewhere or got wandered and someone thought he was drunk and they put him in the drunk tank. So, as you all travel, thank you, Laura. As you all travel through the portal to the next realm, you arrive in a forest, a beautiful, overgrown, very, very fairy tale like forest, and you had really no idea how to deal with what you're seeing. It's a little familiar, but you're suddenly bombarded by a voice in your head as you question where you are and what's unusual about this place. And you hear the mighty heroes found themselves in a bizarre little clearing in the middle of the forest. And it is here they will learn some of the grandest and most important of life lessons in this, the Book of Gobbles. And Paru, you are mortified as you are aware of this bizarre children's primer that not every goblin culture uses, but it gets around the libraries. It's a little dated, tell you that. It doesn't really hold up super well to a more egalitarian and less evil series of life lessons. And you just involuntarily let out an oh no when you hear that.
Paru, do you recognize this book?
Recognize? Maybe?
Vin kind of lifts an eyebrow. I'm assuming by the smattering of fractions of words coming out of your mouth that the answer is yes.
Yeah. So, this is gonna be interesting.
The astute little goblin was very... what was I doing? The astute little goblin was very perceptive as stupid little Tweety birds flew by and told of the time of day. And these little bluebirds like, it's fucking noon. Fly away. And,
I was not prepared for that. It's fucking noon.
I'm sorry.
of course, imparting on the very smart heroes, the very brave and slightly uneducated heroes, that the first and foremost, most important lesson for any young goblin to learn is that nothing in any language cannot be more improved than with a smattering of curse words.
Well, that's fucking obvious.
Ding! Yeah. And there's a little, like, gold star shining on top of your head for a second.
Where are we? Like, where are we?
So, we are in my little brother's favorite storybook.
Storybook, more like textbook.
This is, thank you, Alora.
Yeah, thank you, Alora.
Oh no.
Oh, no! Unthank you, Alora! Unthank you!
So, we're going to get the wheel ready, but you continue explaining. Go ahead.
Unthank you. So, this is where I stress that not a goblin.
Not a goblin.
Not a goblin. I want to clarify, I did come up with this character concept way before this happened.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah. It's fine.
So, goblin society sometimes is a little different than perhaps the polite societies that Oliet and Harland were raised in. This is going to be a little bit more like a primer. This is like a goblin primer of how to be a good goblin. So,
But by good goblin, I mean, Chantarelle wasn't like a terrible place.
no, Chantarelle isn't. This is like,
Before the goblins became metropolitan.
yeah.
Great.
Is that why your brother was shooting slugs at everybody with a slingshot?
Maybe that may.
That's
I'm
something you
suddenly
can get
very
That's something you can get a merit badge in, says the narrator.
I'm suddenly very concerned.
This is where my teeth are gonna be a little bit problematic. Because I don't have the sharp, pointy goblin teeth.
Well,
But
why
they
would
will-
that have to be... Why does that come into play? I mean, I can guess, and that's not a great guess.
Are they gonna like check our teeth?
No, but they might try to bite
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Why are they gonna? Well, they're gonna chip a tooth if they try to bite me. But why are they gonna try to bite us?
Somebody takes something of yours, you bite them. Somebody does something you don't like, you bite them.
Somebody looks at you funny, you bite them.
You bite them.
Oh, I kind of like this.
Not a nice, sexy bite. Not a sexy bite.
Oh no, like a take, like...
Like,
The little
Take
goblin was
chunk
very
out
used
of
to,
your
yes,
flesh.
like take a piece of meat. You also get a snack out of it. It's fucking
Think the
12:05, said the bird.
So,
Sure.
who's in favor of finding the path out of this book fast?
I mean, it depends on how. This might get a little raunchy.
Raunchy?
I mean, first the
Maybe.
biting, now these kinds of promises. Like, I don't really
Okay,
see what the issue is.
You part like face looks involuntarily looks at Vin, face writing. Anyway,
There we go. Do that one.
so yeah,
Okay,
it's a thing.
roll me a d6, Tessa.
A D6. Oh God.
Basil looks at Oliet. What does he
5.
mean by raunchy?
Okay, for the next 5 scenes, you have to swap your intelligence and your strength scores.
Oh no! I just came way smarter. Haru just my intelligence of +0 just became a +3.
And your strength
Nice.
just became a +0.
+0.
So for the next 5 scenes, of which I'll try to keep track of when that happens, that happened. Okay. Anyway.
Alrighty. So it's not necessarily bad. Just try to go with the flow. It'll all be interesting. And when in doubt, curse a lot.
Am I gonna have to fucking stab somebody?
Yes! You've got it. Perfect.
The more
This will be great.
The more imaginative, the better. When it comes to the cursing. Just heads up. I mean, the heroes were doing very well so far. Now all we need to begin our lessons is to know what is it that you want more than anything in the world right now.
The narrator out of my fucking head.
Vin. Haru does not look at Vin.
Anyone?
And fails.
Amadine speaks up. We'd like the door out of here. We're looking for a signature from someone, like a marker, so we can leave. A way out. Is that correct?
Also, like, if you're taking like a whole order, could we also maybe get like a hot bath on the way out? If you happen to have anybody that has a clawfoot tub, I would absolutely die. But if not, it's totally fine.
You hear of water in the distance.
It's probably not good.
Step forward for lesson number 1.
Is that goblin speak for hot bath or?
And these little, like, let me think what it is. You see these little mushrooms light up. It's like, please follow the lighted path. Sorry, please follow the lighted path.
Haru, what's lesson number 1?
Be careful what you wish for. Let's go.
Shoot.
I think she was being facetious.
I'm not as sure.
And so you all start walking forward through the glade and into a second glade, lit with sunlight, but also so much pollen. Even if you don't have an allergy, it looks like you're gonna sneeze. And in the center of this glade, there is a hot spring. And in the hot spring is a troll. Sitting,
Fucking jelly sucking fuck turnips.
a little star cling, appears above you. Very good. And a little star appears above you, and you see that the troll starts stretching, has these massive overgrown teeth going in different directions, and like I feel bad for the guy. The guy's like got eczema or something. Like, it's just his skin's not right. And he's holding in his hand a letter. A big piece of parchment, unscrolled, and you see plastered on the front of it the signature of the Lord of Tales. And the troll is just casually reading it upside down.
Well, Leah, there's your clawfoot bath.
I'm pretty sure his feet have claws.
Gross.
See, we're funny here too. We like to have a good time.
Would you have preferred an elf pecker jizz wizard? We could have made that happen.
I mean, yeah. Actually, yeah.
Amadine like looks for a second. Wait, so the wizard isn't the elf?
No.
Whatever. That's an equipment guarantee. That's what that is.
If I could erase things from my own brain, I would. In this very instance.
I'm gonna pop open
Do
really
you
quick that
remember-
bottle of
Amadine-
whiskey that I took from
I have
Dave
35
Bautista.
siblings. I know a lot of creative cursing.
I'm gonna take a swig. I'm gonna hand
That's
it to
mild.
Amadine.
It's more just the
No, this is the
physiology
best
of it
way.
that's
This is the way.
bothering me, I think.
All I'm saying is if you want a way to erase, here you go.
I don't drink when I'm working.
This isn't working.
I'm
We're
on the
having a good
clock.
time.
I can't really.
Are we on the clock?
I mean,
Has anybody
I
ever?
am.
It's 12 fucking 15, bitches!
That was an owl. Why the fuck am I awake?
Mood.
Right? Jesus. So, you are all standing there, and there is a troll in front of you with the thing you want. What do you do?
You think it would just hand us? I mean, it seems like it's trying to be. Look, it clearly values its education. So why don't we just ask them if we could just have it? We'll trade them a book with pictures.
You're not thinking like a goblin.
I was gonna say, I feel like considering what Paru's told us so far, we're supposed to just stab him and take it.
Well, I mean, you don't necessarily have to stab him.
You
but
could bite him.
You could bite him and take it.
I don't really want to. I don't have to eat, and I'd like to not have my first real meal in a really long time be troll flesh.
Mood.
There.
Would you technically get hungry again if it... Oh. Not a good thought. I take it back. Continue talking. This was all Amity, not me. She regrets her decisions.
I mean, okay. So are we Paru, or what do we? Are we gonna just attack this creature?
This is probably really stupid.
The group of heroes were incredibly unimpressive right now. TikTok.
Right.
This is only
Hi,
the
douche
first...
blizzard! Get the fuck out of the tub!
Okay. Oh.
Tara walks over and while trying takes the thing and walks back. I
Give
feel
me
like
a
a terrible
strength check.
person.
Oh. Amazing.
19! Plus 0!
Thank goodness.
Apparently, I went too hard.
I'm so sorry.
Not your fault. I decided to go all in on it.
Oh my god.
So everybody enjoy Amity.
Haru feels like the worst person right now.
Don't. You're fine.
I think it's the boots.
It's the boots. I'm wearing shoes. Everything is
Yeah.
wrong.
Fundamental shift.
So, you roll the 19, despite the fact that this fellow is bawling his eyes out. Not literally, but they would grow back anyway. You're welcome. You wrench the paper out from him and have it in your hand, and haha, you have succeeded. Very, very good. The little goblin understood that the purpose of having the ability to take things is to exercise it.
When hearing the little goblin, like Paru twitches
Yeah,
slightly,
twitch a little.
just like I feel awful.
I don't like how much sense this narrator is making. Anyway.
You get a little star on your head.
Oh my god.
Everything you've ever wanted, a gold star.
Mm-hmm. Like, you now realize that you've been misusing prestidigitation this entire time. Like, you could have just been giving yourself gold stars.
Crown of stars.
I don't. Yes.
So,
Okay.
you, I have been just horribly underserving all of you. Please move on to the next lesson. It's very important.
Are we
Haru
gonna get a
goes
mushroom
over
treatment,
and
or like?
and like to the troll goes, I'm really, really sorry. I didn't mean anything I said. I'm sure you're very nice. She like tries to pat his shoulder.
I'm illiterate. You don't have time to unpack any of this.
Oh God.
Vin comes up.
Model
Vin comes up
is just
behind
like,
you, puts a hand on your shoulder, and is like, "Dude, we should probably just
Yeah.
let him.
Yeah.
He might have to stew a bit in there."
No, I mean that is basically troll stew. Okay.
There you go, joke. Okay, good. And
Gross.
more mushrooms. And you hear, "Please move to the next trail. Thank you."
Oh my God, Angela.
Are you enjoying my special effects? This is what you get the big bucks for, is this fucking nonsense.
Oh my God.
I love it. Okay.
Yep.
Tessa feels awful because like that is horrible.
So, you move forward to the next area. Can I just say I'm really glad that your wisdom score wasn't affected by this, because fuck, your perception would have been garbage. As you're walking from one glade to the next, there's a few trees in the way. You have to kind of like sift through. You get all of the stickers and brambles stuck on you. It's incredibly unpleasant to walk around in this place now. Some of you who are a little shorter get it everywhere because the grass is kind of high. As you leave, you... yeah, like just stickers everywhere.
Now what?
I just realized I didn't have that set for the audience to hear. Oh.
No.
Audience, please let me know if you can hear the special voice effects of the narrator. This has been a test. Fuck you very much.
Horrifying. I don't know why.
Anyway. Okay, there you go. Okay, they can hear it now.
Right. I mean, after the first prick, I would have like come up off the ground. Like, I'm not getting.
Oh yeah, you're like, fuck this.
Stickers all over this leather. Like, are you?
I'm actually not even sure if like patent leather can get these sort of things stuck to it. But I guess
don't
the
want the
static,
dimples, 'cause
you know what?
that's
The
gonna
static
look-
electricity definitely would stick stuff to it. But
I'm assuming they're not sticking to Beza because I'm made out of stone.
probably not. You
Maybe
probably
in a
have some.
backpack.
You probably have some grass like kind of twisted into things around you, just because it's very long and there's like some dead stuff. But no, you don't have the stickers on you. Haru, though, as you traipse through to this scampering music, you see a little bit of movement in the brush to the left of you before you enter the clearing. For a split second, you glance over and it looked like very not camouflaged correctly for the environment. It was like almost I mean, honestly, it almost reminded you a little bit of Beza. It was like that shade, kind of an off-white, maybe a little more parchment color. And you saw it move and then you didn't see it anymore. And then the mushrooms start dinging at you to keep moving forward to the next lesson.
Parchment color, like paper soldiers parchment color?
Parchment color.
Hold your goddamn horses, biscuit tits. And she like starts looking.
Please
the
proceed to the next lesson. Unless you are going for your dawdling badge.
She starts sneaking into the foliage.
Ding, a little star appears above you, Paro. So you start pushing through the brush. Vin glances over at you like,
Saw something.
I mean, there's something's around here, I imagine. Did it cuss at you?
No, but
Okay.
definitely out of place.
Right?
I wouldn't expect anything paper colored to be wandering around the forest.
Vin gets very serious and pulls on his hand on the prosthetic and pulls the 2 fingers out so that there's a knife in his hand now. And he's following you. What do the rest of you do? You see them sort of wander off and get rewarded for it, seemingly.
I mean, I guess we follow? Beza's gonna follow behind Vin and Paru. We shouldn't separate because we don't know where the fuck we are.
Yeah, I'll probably just follow. You know, I don't know how tall the grass is, like 5 feet tall or 4 feet, 3 feet tall. I don't
So
know. how
yeah, it's
tall
like
the
3
grass
feet
If it's
tall.
that tall, you no
Okay.
longer see Paru.
Yeah, it's 3 feet. You see like the tip of her hat.
is. Okay.
Or no, she might not.
It's probably
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say,
little
yeah.
tip of her hat. That's probably all you see.
Almadine looks and sighs. Hold on. And she pulls out her quill and starts like drawing a little squiggle. Okay, go ahead. I'm behind you. And she starts drawing like a path back
Yeah, she's-
so you don't get
Very smart.
lost.
Smart. Just
Um,
follow in the air.
All right, so Paru, you are searching around for whatever it is you saw. You see on the, like, you start stepping through and you hear a really loud crunch, like dead leaves kind of crunch. And you look down under your foot and there is a sheet of crumpled paper.
I pick it up very carefully and look at it.
It is weirdly oversized and it looks like it's been torn from a page, like a big page, because the words are very large. Like the letters are the height of your hand.
So it's like this more than
It's like an 11. It's like a legal pad kind of sheet.
okay.
But it looks like it's been torn.
She turns around and shows it to Vin. I think somebody came this way.
Somebody's got a very high glasses prescription.
Maybe. Is this one of those better to see you with, dear kind of deals?
Don't worry. I know how that story ends.
Oh, do you?
And he takes the page and puts it in his hand as you keep walking.
Right.
Go ahead and give me a survival check to track.
Thank God it was not my wisdom score. Let's see. 15 plus 8.
Not
is
bad. No, that'll be enough.
23?
Yeah, that'll be enough. You catch another glimpse of parchment and you rush over to that next piece of paper and you pull it up and it is another piece of that oversized ripped paper, has a few more letters on it, and Vin pulls out the original one, kind of sees they might fit together a little bit, but you've already kept walking because at this point you're catching the next pieces, and about 2 or 3 pieces you collect more. And Vin's looking at them and says, I think it says table.
Why table?
Like table of contents?
Not bad. You hear a voice from the bushes, and a very unassuming young woman steps out. She's in a very prim sort of, kind of looks like a suit, except there's a skirt, a very long skirt, and she's got this kind of like go to a boarding school vibe to her. She'd be incredibly unassuming if she was not completely not colored in and completely two-dimensional. It's very clever, but yes, I'm sorry I dropped those. I didn't mean to. Can I have them back?
Is there a reason you are running through the underbrush, dropping pieces of paper?
The paper dropping was accidental.
Okay.
The running through the brush was to avoid the things in this book. They're not pleasant. So, may I please have my table of contents? I won't know how to get around otherwise.
Wait, so you're aware that you're in a book?
I am aware I am in a book, yes. It's not my book.
What is your book?
Excellent question. Not entirely sure. Kind of the quest, one might say.
Oh,
Trying to get back, or
Ideally.
just
interesting.
I'm so sorry, my name's Cassandra.
Haru.
Hello. And anyone who wants to give their name can give their name. I know some people might be a little like, who's this bitch?
You don't need to know me, girl.
And
You don't need to know me.
so Cassandra just looks at all of you, kind of studies you a little bit, and I will share her.
So, Cassandra, just really quickly for my own personal information, the things in this book, are you referring to the goblins? Or are you referring to the lessons?
All of the above. There was a very unpleasant primal great orc that I did not very much appreciate being near. I tried to converse with him, and he didn't really so much want to do that, so much as potentially use me as kindling for a fire, on which he was eating another goblin. So it didn't really feel like I wanted to be there.
That's valid. That is valid.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been
My
in
brother
this
has
book? Do you
terrible
know?
taste in books.
You hear Vin kind of chuckle in the corner. What was the question, Oliet?
Does she know how long she's been in this book?
I have been in this book for approximately 2 chapters.
Oh. Okay. Sure. So not that long. So for a long time. For not that long. For a while.
Not that long. Ideally shorter than it's been. But
Long enough.
there are not
basically.
as many cooperative, collaborative folk to be found in here, so it's a little harder to get around.
Do you do anything like useful or
Oh, yet.
what?
Amandi's like, what kind of a goddamn question is that?
It's an honest question. If she wants to hang out with you, she can, but I'm not gonna we're not babysitting.
I don't have to hang out with you. That's fine. I can.
No, I mean, you can
go
come
and-
with us. It's just like, can you like cover your own ass is all I'm asking.
If it's in the book, yes.
Sure.
So yes, I can handle myself.
It's an honest question. Like, I don't think it's
Anything.
How about next time? What kind of skills do you bring to the table?
I am a master of my medium.
And what is that?
Paper.
All right.
And in case
get
you
a
haven't
read on
noticed,
this
e- everything around us is technically paper.
Is she
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
cherub-like insight?
I'd get more of an Alice in Wonderland vibe from her, but sure.
Yeah.
What was it?
18.
18?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You get... She's a little caught off guard by you being here. She seems to at least acknowledge that you're not part of this book. And she seems just kind of pleasant, which is weird. But she doesn't seem like she doesn't, you're not immediately getting any kind of like, you're hiding something from me vibe from her. She seems genuinely interested in getting out of this book and potentially working together to achieve that goal. She does not seem to have any maliciousness in her tone towards you.
Whatever. You're hot enough. You can roll with us.
Thank you.
I'm not entirely sure why I actually roll with us then if there was a hotness quotient, but okay.
Well, if we're going to be working together, I might be able to navigate us a bit further along in the book if we need to be moving on to later chapters. I hesitated doing anything that was less than my speed, being that I was by myself, but with a group, we might be able to overcome any of the challenges that and she kind of just glances up.
I also grew up with goblins that might help.
Oh, excellent. First person perspective is always beneficial. Always better to have a primary resource than a secondary.
Nicer goblins, but...
Oh.
You're like white people here, which is like...
Oh no, my brothers would absolutely bite you, but I mean, that's their way of showing affection.
I would rather they didn't. I don't know what book I came
They're
from, but
not
I
even
do
here,
believe
so
I am
it's
of a
fine.
slightly delicate paper thickness. I don't know the word for it. I'm trying to think of the word. There's like a term for how thick paper is.
Wait.
Is it weight?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
And
We were actually looking for like the next challenge.
right,
Are we
but
still
I think
walking towards that?
but I think we could skip ahead a little bit if we tried.
Oh.
Amadine, have you seen anything that looks like this? And she shows the mark that she yoinked from the...
You mean beside what the troll was not reading?
Yeah.
You show Amadine?
No, the
You show
person who's in-
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Let me see. And it's paper related. Not in any of the chapters I've seen, and I've been pretty thorough.
All right, well, that actually is helpful. It means we don't need to go back to any of those places. So that's good. So I guess forward it is.
Challenges await all who wish to learn the path of the Gobbles. The castle is what you seek if you wish to reach the end of your journey. But beware, many difficulties and dangers lie ahead. For Tom and Foolery live in this wood.
They can already get into everybody's head, so like, why do they also need the echo effect? You don't need the extra amplification because like we can already hear you, so it's like just so extra, and I don't understand it. But
It's to
fine.
enhance the mood.
Sure, yeah. I was just saying how much I like it. So anyway,
Does anything that comes out of your mouth remotely resemble sincerity, or is everything a little sarcastic?
What do you think, you piss pumpkin scum-whipped nickel monkey?
You both get little stars on top of your heads. Ding, ding. That's the spirit.
I feel dirty.
we're skipping ahead.
I don't know. It's kind of funny, actually.
What, me actually... I mean, it's not that I've never cursed in front of you. I've
Oh,
cursed
no, but the
plenty of times.
breadth of your vocabulary is far more advanced than I gave you credit for.
Okay, so I might have a little bit more of in there, I guess.
I believe in you. And so,
Don't keep going, it'll get worse. You make me too confident in this.
oh, don't threaten me with a good time.
What should I threaten you with then?
Let's stick to a good time.
All right.
And so Cassandra is watching you all, and Amadine's just like,
We'll go for it.
and she's like, well, I could try skipping ahead a little bit. And Amadine pulls out the quill, and you see it like feather out with that galaxy pattern. And Cassandra looks absolutely horrified. Where did you get that? Why is that here? And why do you have one? And she kind of backs a little bit away from Amadine, and Amadine's like, it was a gift from my lady. What do you...
Detect thoughts
Okay,
on Cassandra.
sure.
Nice.
And you immediately start hearing like panic in Cassandra's head of, that thing changes paper. I'm made of paper. I do not like the prospect of anyone being able to do things to me that could result in my imminent demise. She could also make things. Oh, that would be terrifying. I don't like that at all.
Just, by the way, like, you seem a little on edge. Everything's chill.
Mm-hmm.
Amadine's pretty cool.
I'm
She
not
doesn't
gonna-
even drink when she's on the clock, so she was not even like scribble or anything. It's fine.
As she's scribbling the line behind you and find your place.
Not that. Notwithstanding.
Right. Cassandra, I'm not going to do anything to you. This is just to make a door. Oh, okay. That could be amenable. I could be okay with that. Sure. I'll be over here, and you be over there. Don't move any closer, and we will be fine. You and I. And, Amadine's like, okay. She turns around and like looks at all of you like, and she starts drawing, and Cassandra goes, wait, not there. The next chapter would be around that path right there where the trees are, the ones that are crossed over, and it's over there. Yeah, the door goes there, and that should take us to, lesson number 6 of how many? 27. Amadine looks to
Sorry,
you,
I think I
Paru. Do
stroke.
goblins
What?
like... Goblins really like school this much? 27 lessons?
So think of it less like school and more of a primer on how to basically turn yourself into a brain-boiled dildo dumpling.
Huh. Vin was just like taking a drink to like wet his whistle, and he was like... Amadine just goes, bless you. And so, you see, Amadine starts drawing a door, and it's simpler than the door that goes between the books. It's more of a gate than a door. And, as she opens it, the landscape entirely shifts from this wooded thicket to a cliff, like a mountain ridge. It's very Lord of the Rings, like we are traveling with a crane shot, kind of snowy mountaintops. And as you arrive there, there's a little bit of a chill, and you hear the narrator speak out. And I can find my voice thing. Lesson 6. Thus far, the heroes have made their way to the very tippy top of the mountain, of which is tall. Mount Tall, they call it. And the calling of the mountain shall be tall. No, sorry.
The calling of the mountain shall be tall.
Here, there are many fraught with dangers waiting for you. You do know that the grammar in this book is fucking atrocious. It's not so much purple as it's just Grimace from McDonald's.
It's not purple, it's just bruised.
There you go. Heather fixed my joke. Good job. For here in the mountains, you face the most foul of foes. Those which would take a goblin and skewer it on a barbie like so many shrimp.
If it's the most foul creature, why isn't it number 27? Like, why are they throwing that at us at 6? What's the point of 7 through 27 is all I want to know.
This is only the first time that the heroes will encounter such an evil danger. Malfreda the Righteous. Paru, you do not recognize that name whatsoever. You've read this book many, many times, and you do not recognize that name. And even Cassandra kind of like glances up a little bit like, must be a new edition.
Yeah, don't know that version.
And as you all are like sort of traveling forward, you see these little mushrooms pop up out of the snow and glow and lead you down the ridge. And you see on the ridge a massive, let me change the music a little bit. This isn't quite the right tone for what we're going to be dealing with. You see down in the valley, a huge fight has broken out. There are massive trolls swinging full trees that it seems like they've ripped out of the ground and are just like wielding like baseball bats. You see a bunch of goblins that appear to have bat wings that are kind of like fluttering around. They're kind of imp-like. And you see a dire boar that has at least one goblin just fully gored on its tusk, and it's just and like burrowing into the ground and like kicking up snow and dirt and blood and everything. It's just this massive like fucked up thing happening in front of you.
So I've heard of spit roasting. That's not what I want to have happen to me.
Not what that is.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Vin looks at you and is like, who are you?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just, you got an energy today and I don't quite know how to place it.
I
It's
don't know if
probably
that's
the boots.
good or bad.
It's not bad. It's just kind of,
It's just different.
it's disorienting.
Okay.
So, great master of the the Book of Gobble, what kind of lesson are we looking at here?
How not to die.
Well, they're all fucking failing. And, and you hear the narrator. Ah, yes. The Great Pandemonium. A rite of passage for any orcish folk worth their salt. A cavalcade of bloodlust and rampant violence. Have a good time. That's lesson number 6. Have a good time. Lesson number 6. Right. Okay. Good luck.
Have a good time normally comes with the sticky mud and the music and the
Here beginneth the lesson.
flirtations.
And you see, Sylvia, I was gonna do a panda after I said the word pandemonium, but you know, the moment passed. It was my fault.
I do not want to become teabag bait.
What if we just like didn't? Is that a thing?
Not really an option. Have fun. Because that's lesson number 6. Have fun. And
Sure.
also watch out behind you. My bad. Bye-bye. And you hear as a very big arrow hits the snow right in front of you. It looks like it sailed from behind you.
Paru turns around.
You see standing on the ridge above you a knight in shining platinum armor with scales all up it. And where a helmet should be, you see a massive spectral dragon head, animated, snarling and letting out little gusts of spectral smoke out of it. And there's the bow in the hands of the knight, and they put it down, and the dragon head sort of creaks to the side. And it just like lets out this like roar.
Paru is done with this bullshit and starts marching in that direction while cursing it out. Listen here, you badly drawn dingle sucker. Sit your ass down, shut the fuck up, before I tear you limb from papery limb. We are not your enemy. That monstrosity is what you should be firing arrows at, not us.
Give me first of all, give me a persuasion check.
Nice.
Again, lucky that your charisma was not affected by this.
My charisma's a -1, Angela. Let's talk about this for a second.
Or intimidation, depending on the tone you wanted.
Either way, it's still a -1.
Well, it's a flavor. It's a flavor thing. Do you
Let's
want?
go with the intimidation.
Okay, so you attempt to intimidate.
I will take that 18
Okay,
quite happily.
and the dragon knight just kind of, like, sort of straightens up a little bit, and like the dragon's eyebrow kind of goes up a little bit as it looks at you.
Did you just call me paper?
Yes, I did.
The fuck?
Sorry, Haru is not laughing. I am laughing.
And the dragon head sort of like quirks to the side a little bit and says,
Do you not have a conception of who I am? I am Malfrida, the righteous, and I slay any of the foul beasts of this land that have... You don't have the goblin colors on.
Do I look like a goblin to you?
Yes.
And her teeth are showing. There is no pointiness.
Orthodontia aside, yes.
But I'm not. So judging people by the way they look, perhaps, should not be your go-to when trying to discern whether or not a foe is worth your quarry. That is not righteous, sir.
First of all, she, her, thank you. Second of all,
My apologies.
And at second of all, the like holographic illusory dragon, and you could sort of see that there was a face behind it. It was a sort of animated mask, like fades off, and you see underneath the mask there's a woman underneath, human, with deep brown skin. Her hair is almost white in like very like naturally curled, like kind of a big shock of hair on one side, very, very large white hair. And you're not, this is bullshit. This isn't, the book got smarter. This isn't something a thing. That's not a thing.
We're not from this book, in case you hadn't gotten it through your thick head.
Do they
Heads.
look like goblins?
They just said.
Who are you?
This isn't fun. Is this the lesson?
I don't know.
No.
Also, this is a piece of shit. She kicks the giant arrow. My mom's a bigger.
Yeah, they are.
Good for you. I deal with what I have. Thank you.
Okay.
You're not in the version of the story I know.
I'm not in any version of the book, I hope.
So why are you here, then?
I'm stuck.
Oh, well, let's see. Another stuck person to get out. Right this way.
Okay, does it...
Hold the fuck on. Hold on.
Hmm?
You just show up in the middle of... Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Either way.
Do you want to stay here?
Not remotely. I've been here
Then come on.
Great.
But again,
fuck backstory.
Does
Alright,
it
sure.
concern anybody that the people we've encountered know that they're in books? Usually the denizens of the book don't know that they're in a book.
Because we're not
If they got
denizens
stuck
of the
here-
book.
But you're not denizens
Who's
of
we?
this book. So that's how... Okay, first of all, okay. What I'm trying to say is, how do we know we're not going to get stuck? Maybe that's the 27th lesson is, fuck you, you're never getting out. So, like, what are we doing here?
How
They
did you...
didn't have an Amandine, first of all.
How did you get in the book in the first place? Did you open it?
We have an Amandine.
I don't know what that means. Good for you.
She points at Amandine when she says that.
And Amadine. Hi. Hi. And you are Amadine. Thank you. That really answers a lot of my questions. Why? Why does this matter? And Amadine pulls her quill out and draws a arrow. Very similar to one that Her Majesty of the Hunt would use, but small enough to be used by the great bow this woman is carrying. And it rests in Amadine's hand, and she offers it to the knight, Malfrida, to replace the other one. Faze is right, it was shit.
Mom's fletching always was very good.
And she takes it. You've only just arrived, correct?
Correct.
You haven't just been, like, running around here for the last 8 years.
Oh, you've been stuck here for 8 years?
For sure.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
see, now it makes sense why you were a little cranky.
I'd be cranky too.
Yes.
Sorry I called you a dingle sniffer.
No, that was actually pretty funny.
8 years to get to lesson 6.
No.
You know, it sounds like you became less than 6.
I switch it up every so often.
Oh.
This book This book wants to change you, wants you to be in its mold. I tried for a while, thinking that the castle was the right move, but it just didn't... I didn't like how it felt, what it was making me do. And so I decided to just become a villain, so to speak. And in this case, a villain is a righteous vigilante aiming for equality and justice. So, you know.
I can't say that I blame you too much. I'm not exactly happy with my own
It is a challenge, I will say.
attitude.
Since my roommate likes to be an asshole. Malfrida the Righteous was a righteous bitch. Yeah, fuck you two.
It's not so bad.
Has she always been there? Or did she get stuck with you?
Oh, I've no idea. The narrator has always been there.
That's
I assume it's
just
part
checking.
of the vibe.
All right, so what lesson do we skip to now to find the next stranded person?
It's just Wizard of Oz. The next person, are you looking for someone?
No, I'm just hedging my bets.
Oh,
Actually, we're
27
looking
challenges, right?
for a mark.
Mark. What kind of mark? And Armadine draws it in the air. Oh. Okay. Is that how you came in?
Roughly. If we can find another one, that's how we can leave.
Sort of,
Well,
but
we need
not
to make
exactly.
a couple. We need to leave a couple around that are fake ones.
Oh, I saw one a couple... I saw this a few chapters ago. Well, a few chapters ahead, I suppose.
Anything about that chapter we need to know before we go there?
There's a lot of lightning.
Lightning I can work with.
Right. I don't know if I like how confident she is.
I mean, she's not wrong, though.
Just roll with it. And,
You are surprisingly okay with this.
I'm having a good time. All sorts of fucking
All right.
nonsense. Cock wobble! And there's a star that appears on top of Vin's head. That's satisfying.
Munching knob bucket first.
I'll hold on to that one. And, Malfrida, starts marching ahead. And as she marches ahead, a bunch of the trolls and the goblins and the imps and stuff all snarl towards her, and she's like... walks by. And they seem to, like, cower. She gets a little star, and she's like, fuck off. Like, swipes it away angrily. I forgot to show you. Anyway, so, she starts marching ahead. Amadine is walking next to her, and she's sort of pointing for Amadine where to go. And she finds a spot on a door and starts drawing the gate again. And Malfrida's just kind of watching it, like, not bad. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Opens the gate, and you hear where the crack of thunder and lightning rings out. And you are in the middle of what looks to be some sort of storm. It's all torrential rain and lightning and thunder rumbling into the ground through your chest. It's just, you're like in the middle of the heat of the storm. And the blessedly, the narrator is barely audible underneath all the lightning.
Lesson 16! Don't die! A fried goblin is an eaten goblin!
Okay. So lightning. Cool.
Need another crack. I need everybody to give me a dex save.
Okay. Save.
15.
Oh, so bad. 12.
Amadine, fuck. The lightning cracks just as Amadine is finishing closing the gate, and she doesn't have the self-awareness to get out of the way, and like just takes a full brunt of the lightning strike. Did any of you get under a 15?
Yeah, Beza did.
Beza
14.
and Elliot. So you both take full damage.
Oof.
That's 11 lightning damage.
D.
Paru, you take half. And Amadine rolled a nat 1.
Oh, God.
So she gets hit and just like slips on the water on the ground and just hits the ground. So she's prone.
Oof.
You all see that the storm swell that you're in is striking what looks to be a beach. You are on a beach right now. We're on like the rocks on the edge of a beach. And across the beach, middle of the storm, you see that there is like an actual door, like an intentional door to nothing. But you see that the mushrooms are leading towards the door. Little glowing mushrooms pop up.
How far away?
Probably about 100 feet away.
Okay.
Okay. So what do we want to do here?
Well,
I've always found running to be very useful.
I could create a rock wall above us to protect
Feet
as we
long?
go.
That's gonna
Yeah,
come
100 feet long.
Super handy. I mean, that's an idea. How wide is it?
10 feet. 10 feet wide.
Okay.
Amadine, are you okay?
I'm okay. Ow.
Do you need healing?
I mean, yeah. She's smoking a little bit. I mean, yeah, she is, but she's also steaming a little bit.
Beza will help Amadine stand up.
Ow, I landed on my quilt. That really hurt. It's fine, but it just... Ow.
Or we go as clouds. We could do that too. But I think throwing up the wall might be a little bit
as
necessary.
clouds. It has been so long since I've heard anything remotely that whimsical. Thank you. It was like a brain cleanse.
Glad I could help.
And Cassandra kind of glances from around you and says, actually, I might be able to help too.
Oh, excellent.
Feels like rain, but it's really just paper. And she kind of flickers out, and you see rain in front of her just stop and just kind of part like a little curtain.
That works too.
Andy?
Oh, we could just go this way then. And she starts heading and like making more of this. It's almost like a tunnel that is triangular. He's kind of parting the curtain forward.
as they do that, I'm going to cast Absorb Elements on myself.
Okay.
And
Cool.
I'm going to try and act as a lightning rod. If anything comes
Ooh.
near, I will jump into
Okay.
it because I can take it.
Sounds good. So you all start making your way across the beach, and the lightning continues striking in the near distance, but every so often there'll be one right on the beach. And just blinding light, the whole, all of the ground underneath you shakes, and everyone, like, with the exception of maybe Paru and Malfrida, everybody kind of jolts when the really close ones hit. Because it is literally like a gunshot right next to you. It's very loud, very concussive. And so as you're walking through Paru, you see just the tiniest little flicker above you, and another bolt strikes dead in the middle of everybody.
Try it.
Be bigger?
Yeah, I'm gonna vamp myself up into my spore form, I guess.
Okay.
And try and use that.
Does that make you bigger?
I think it does now.
Cool.
Second.
That's awesome. As you do that, Vin makes kind of a reflex move too, and you see as his sort of common clothes shift a little bit into that rainbow hue, and you see Vin wearing a gnome-sized iteration of his paladin armor, and he has his shield up. Does the spore form make you bigger?
It does not. So I'm actually not going to use my spore form. I'm just going to shift into a large creature, because I can shift into any creature CR1 or lower at this point.
Awesome. So sure. I imagine
So
a giraffe is CR1.
I'd go dinosaur. I mean, come on.
Dinosaur? Hell yeah. Nothing more dramatic than a roaring in a thunderstorm.
Yeah. T-Rex.
So Vin just like ready to shield you from the lightning, and just,
it's so sweet.
Fucking hell. As just this fucking Sue the T-Rex. God. Just and he's just fucking okay, we're just going then. And everybody
got this.
Yeah. So, as the lightning strikes, I need everybody to give me a dex save, but you all have advantage because Paru is blocking shit. Paru, if you want to block, you're going to automatically fail and take damage.
I'll fail it and take it.
Okay, so you take full damage, but everyone else gets an opportunity to not take the full damage.
21.
Okay, awesome. 100. Nat 20 for the paper girl.
Nice.
Amadine gets 19, not bad. And Malfrida gets a nat 1.
Oh.
But she's also wearing metal, so.
Woof.
She.
Even with me blocking, she doesn't get the advantage.
She's away. She got the advantage.
That one with the advantage? Yo.
Yep. It was great. So, good luck, you know? She just swipes and hits the ground. Amadine has very good reflexes and kind of is already there, trying to like give her a hand to come, like to get back up. Kind of shoulders and pulls her up. And the rest of you just keep barreling towards the door. Cassandra just completely not even worrying about the lightning at this point. She's just running ahead, constantly parting and pausing the rain. And you just hear this slight, see if I have a good...
Oh my god, it's Jurassic Park puddles. You can see the vibration of
absolutely.
Steps.
But as she's parting the rain, you just hear...
I love it.
Every time she parts, you just hear the paper. And you barrel towards the door. Malfrida just kind of shoulder checks the door and shoves it open. And she skids to a halt a little bit ahead of everybody, puts her arms out as there is a chasm in front of you. And she's like, whoa. Hold on. Don't usually run into this one with that much caliber. And Paru, you're too big for the door.
That's.
Get in the door. Can you turn
she's
into
just
a little dinosaur?
Yes. Well, she kind of nods. Like, do I need to be a dinosaur?
So you shift out to fit in the door?
How?
You can try to get through.
Yeah.
I'll give you a strength check.
No, I'll shift down. I mean, I'd have the.
You have the
I'll
dinosaur
shift
strength.
back down. I'll shift back down.
Well, let me just double check something. So that happened at the very beginning.
That was the very beginning.
So lesson 1,
Mm-hmm.
meeting Cassandra,
Mm-hmm.
meeting Malfrida.
Yeah. Lesson 6.
This.
One more.
And then this one is 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're good.
Yeah. I'm good.
You are back
Did
to your normal stats. Thank you,
A little
Allura.
less intelligent. A lot beefier.
For a split second, you knew that, like, if it was real sand, there'd be really pretty things under the sand right now as the lightning hit it. What's up, Sweet Home Alabama?
Right?
It's the only place I learned it from.
Same.
So you all barrel through, and Malfrida stops everybody from going over this chasm. And little rocks roll off the edge. It's here, echoing down below.
That's fun. Huh.
What lesson is this? Green things go splat?
The world is full of challenges for us. Demure in size, but grand in attitude. And many things can't quite compare to our ability to thrive in the dark.
Oh no.
Be the night.
And all the lights go out. It is
Paru whimpers.
pitch dark.
Is it like magical darkness? Does it
You
seem?
can, I mean, it's very
Can I see through it?
pervasive. It is magical darkness.
All right. This is bad.
Yep.
Cool.
I can't be the dark.
Cool. I don't think any of us can.
It's magical darkness.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about it.
She doesn't realize that.
Oh.
It's just her thought
You
is
feel...
I'm not a goblin.
Yeah, you feel
don't
a
have-
you feel a hand take yours. It is feels like ivory with a little bit of mechanics. Don't worry, I can't. Don't worry, I can't see either.
Me neither.
So what are we doing here?
I've been through here enough. I should know the right way around. Not fall off the cliff. And you hear a sword being kind of scraped and tapped as Malfrida is feeling along the edge.
Oh, that's a good idea. And Beza will flip out her blade and start one of her blades and start doing the same thing.
Careful with the careful with the removal of weapons. I heard that, Beza. Just,
Wait, you
Just
said
in
it's
case.
magical, Oliet?
Yeah, I
Right?
can't see.
Dispel magic.
I mean, it's not impossible, but for I mean, we don't know how big this darkness is. If it's significantly huge, that's probably too powerful a spell.
No, Paru was just trying it.
Oh, okay.
That was just, she was just like,
What's the range on Dispel Magic?
120 feet.
A radius of 120 feet suddenly becomes visible. You're surrounded by pitch black inky darkness in a bubble around you. It's just very dark though. Try to think who. Does anybody have anything that naturally glows or no?
I do.
Like, no, I mean without doing anything.
Oh, no.
Okay. I was just curious. Yeah, okay, so Beza is giving off this very light blue glow that kind of fills the space a little bit. It's very much like a night light is on. And you can all see.
I'm also really dumb. Could I change what I did instead of Dispel Magic?
If you want. Seemed very effective, but sure.
Daylight.
There
on
you
myself.
Okay.
Because that cuts through magical darkness.
Okay. Do you warn anybody?
I do say, shut your eyes for a second. I don't know if this is gonna work, and I don't want to blind anyone.
Oh, that's comforting. Right. And you cast daylight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on yourself, you said?
Yeah, so I am the center point, so it will move with me.
You are the sun. As these beams of light just all emanate from the center of you, and you watch as the darkness just sort of melts in the beams of light, and a bit more than 120 feet opens up and is completely illuminated, almost too much so, as Paru is just a beacon.
Oh, it's a little brighter than I had intended.
You bring unnatural light into this place of comforting darkness.
Comforting for who, shit stain?
Oh, fuck you!
What's wrong, dipstick jockey? Don't like a little light?
Taking all your stars away. Fuck you!
Oh, I thought you would like sass.
No one is directed at me.
The entire time it's been directed at you.
No, it's been directed at the lesson the entire time, and now you're being belittling to me, so fuck you, and y'all lose your stars. Y'all lose your stars right now, and you lose all your lessons.
Anyway.
You lose all your lessons. You cheated.
Oh, go sit on a vibrating cock thistle.
Out of here, right? Like, we're all agreed we're gonna die in here.
Don't worry, I've thought I've died a lot of times in here, and it just ends up getting worse. And you all hear, like, noises from the darkness outside of Paru's beacon. And, they distinctly sound like... And
I may have made an error.
And what sounds like footsteps reveals itself to actually be the sounds of hands climbing over the edge of the cliff as two mountain trolls just these huge four-armed creatures with massive mitts for fists and these like spikes that kind of go up in a mohawk. And
made a mistake.
And I need y'all to roll initiative.
Whoa.
Too sassy. Too sassy.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Wonderful.
I rolled bad. It's a 7.
I also rolled bad. I got a 9.
Okay.
11? Not great.
Who got which? Paru got 11. Who got the 9?
Mm-hmm.
Oliet.
Oliet, and then Beza, you got
7.
7. Okay, I thought so. Okay, so we've got ourselves. Andra rolled like garbage. Amadine and. Okay, they're gonna go after Paru. Call them the Gal Squad.
Love it.
Amadine, Malfrida, and Cassandra. I've watched that show. Got to come up with a name for their television spinoff. As the page turns. Anyway, so these. Oh, I didn't roll for the trolls.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
It's okay. They rolled a 4. It's fine. So the trolls go last. Paru, you see in the light. Actually, one sec.
I'm still going first with an 11.
Because everyone rolled like garbage.
Wow.
Just one of those days.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's cool.
So, these trolls just kind of like they don't like how bright the light is, but they're barreling towards you as they pull themselves up on the cliffside and look out at you. So what do you do, Paru? Daylight, I assume, is concentration.
Yeah, so I'm double checking right now. I was like, is it concentration? I might need to try and keep that up. Daylight is not concentration.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
She is going to do just a little bit of a one-trick pony. At the moment goes well. Let's see if we can light it up a little bit more and call lightning down on them.
Awesome. So it's a save.
It is, yes, a dex save.
Okay.
For, can I hit both of them in
they're relatively
10-foot diameter?
Probably not.
Oh, 60-foot radius.
60 feet. Then yes, you
60-foot
absolutely
radius.
can hit them.
Yes, awesome.
So let's see how the trolls do. God, every dice I'm rolling loves 7 right now. Is that you said
like
dex?
Yes.
That is an 8 and a 16.
16 will take. That is my save DC, so that'll
So
take
it-
half.
Okay.
Half of 17. So 24 points of lightning damage and 12 for the person who saved.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you. That was better. You're way better at that than I was.
And she continues to keep the storm going.
Okay.
Any other ideas would be very helpful right now.
Killing things always seems to work for me. They tend to like violence here. But also, fuck your points! And, Malfrida starts, busts out her sword and starts charging these things. The dragon mask appears again on her face, and, it just snarls as she goes forward and takes a big wide swing at the closest of the two. God damn it! Nothing I'm rolling is over a single digit tonight, and it doesn't matter who I'm rolling. Actually, that's not true, but she rolled garbage. So she swings, and one of the trolls just catches, like, stops one of her swings, and she manages to, like, put a boot up and pull away from the sword, pull away from the fist of this thing, and as she does, Amadine starts drawing in the distance, and ends up putting a, you see as around one of the arms of the trolls, a shackle appears. And up in the sky, the chain actually goes up because there's a boulder. And you just see as it starts falling and plummeting down. And the troll gets a 2 on his strength save and just goes and hits sideways and is like dragging a little bit, trying to stay from falling down the cliff. And Cassandra is going to run over to one of the troll, or to the troll that's still standing, and try to get under its feet. She like scrambles down underneath its feet and like gets a hand on one of its like big gnarly toes and like wipes down to the ground, and you see as the toe of the troll just fuses with the rock on the ground. And just yeah, we're all just paper here, friend. And she tries to get away, but it will get an opportunity attack on her. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Oh no, 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 no.
Oh no.
Not my paper wife.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
It rolled a nat 20. So it's gonna do 26 damage
Curtains
to
for
her.
Cassandra.
What did you say?
Curtains for Cassandra.
Wait.
Hmm?
Am I within 30 feet?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm invoking my cloud rune.
Okay.
When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to invoke the rune and cause that attack to target a different creature within 30 feet of you, other than the attacker using the same roll. I'm having it attack its buddy.
Okay. So it completely bypasses the original target and hits the other one?
Yep,
So
as
just-
long as they're also within 30 feet of me.
So it reaches out trying to smack Cassandra, and it ends up just hitting its friend,
Critting it,
Yeah,
critting
so
it.
critting
Beza
it.
sees it coming, and her rune, one of her runes flares, and suddenly the troll is hitting his friend instead.
MVP Beza!
Oh my god. Minus 26. Ooh. And you have forced the troll to weary its friend.
Oh, yes. Fuck this butt!
It roars and gurgles at its fellow troll. All right, it is Oliette's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use a I'm gonna use a bonus action to think of a story.
Ooh.
Oh god, what is this one?
So you're on deck.
And okay. I'm going to, as my action. Okay. I think as my action, I might just Eldritch Blast one of them. Maybe the one that just got punched.
Sure.
I'll
Go for
just blast at that one.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 15 plus 8. 20
That will hit.
something. Okay.
No, that definitely hits.
20 something for 9 points of force damage.
Heck yeah.
Perfect. And then with whatever movement is available to me, I'm going to kind of get up and a little further out. So I'd like to be a good, let's say 50 feet away from these two trolls. I don't want to be within swinging distance.
Okay. You
That's my
sort of
turn.
get up a little behind. Beza, you're up.
Okay.
Your cloud rune just kind of glowing.
Oh, I wish I had more than one of those. All right. And we haven't had any kind of a rest since this whole thing started, right?
Correct.
But they're giants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bonus action. Base is gonna grow to large size
Okay.
with my giant might. And then I am going to attack. One of them is down the cliff a little and one of them's up with us, or are they both kind of at the edge of the cliff?
They're both at the edge of the cliff. I also forgot something that I should have remembered. As that troll smacks its friend, Vin sees you doing that thing to make it move, and he's like, right, that's enough roughhousing, boys. And he is going to channel divinity, rebuke the violent, which forces the troll to make a wisdom save.
Nice.
Of which it rolls a 13, and the DC was 17. On a failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt. So that one, as it smacks, it takes 26 radiant damages as there's this like flicker of light off of Verlaine's shield that just like hits it in the eye, and there's he's just very upset. So yeah,
Before
Tech
she
team.
changes into large size, she high fives Finn.
Fuck yeah,
Best combination ever.
hell yeah, fuck 'em up, Beza.
On it. And she's gonna change.
Haru. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, she's gonna change and start heading over to attack them.
Beza starts running over.
Haru sees that from Vin and just looks over at him and just without thinking grabs both of his cheeks and just and
Oh, okay. Huh.
and then goes back to what she was doing. Like didn't think, just
Right. Good talk. Right. And okay, cool. So Beza, you're running over. Are you doing anything else, or is it just the movement was the end of your turn?
No, I'm going to attack. I was just double checking my counts.
Yeah.
I have 2 attacks. My third one would be my bonus action, which I had used to change, so... 28.
Definitely hits.
I rolled the wrong thing, but that's okay. And a 14.
It does not hit.
Okay, so one of them hits.
Actually, you're attacking the one that you redirected, or the one on the ground?
Probably the one on the ground, because the
So
one I
you'd
redirected is...
You'd have disadvantage on the attacks. Or no, you'd have advantage on the attacks. Sorry,
Oh, that's true.
because it's prone.
So let me re-roll them both, just in case. Now, so, still only 1 hits.
Okay. And roll your damage.
Okay. Okay, I had rolled 11. That's somewhere. And then 4, so that's... It's only 15, unfortunately.
Well, not bad, though.
No. And... Trying to find... Sorry, I'm just double checking something. All these runes.
Haru, there's going to be a couple of things before you, but prep.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it for now. So she hits the one, and then she's in position to attack again.
Awesome. And Verlaine charges. Verlaine rushes in. Vin rushes in. But specifically, he sees that Cassandra took a lot of damage. Oh no, you moved it. She didn't take any damage. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
The opportunities, the other options I have. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
So many options for activities.
I can do something. So he's going to attack. That's what he can do now. So he is going to attack with his big ass sword. Oh. Yeah. The thing. Alright, so I'm gonna attack with his longsword, and it starts glowing with this beautiful light. And hell yeah, rolled a 22. So he swings out with it and hits the fellow, and does he's gonna do 10 damage. Nice, good job. And with his bonus action, he's gonna... Those of you who hear the noise, I'm sorry, I was using D&D Beyond, so my dice make a portal noise. It's cool, but you have no context for what's going on. So my bad. Is going to cast... He doesn't have any bonus action stuff. But sure, he's going to cast at you, Paru. Why don't you go get in the thick of it, short stack, and he casts Sanctuary on you.
As you wish.
And so anyone who targets you has to make a wisdom save, and on the failed save, they either have to pick a new target or they lose the action. So go get up in their business. Okay, that's Vin's turn. And it is the troll's turn now. As Beza's right up there. Elaine is right up there. And Malfrida is up there. So we're gonna have them make their attacks. They swing out with their claws and arms and try to hit. The one on the ground only gets 1, but the other one rolled another fucking nat 20. So, 2 plus 10, 8, yeah. So, Beza, what's your DC? What's your AC?
My AC is an 18.
18. So it hits on the 18. It crits on Vin, and it hits Malfrida. So everybody takes, so you take 13 bludgeoning damage, Beza. Malfrida takes 13 and Vin takes 26. Which, when he takes damage, he might have a thing, except I think he already used his reaction. So I don't think he can do this. No, that's when you hit with, not when you are hit with. Anyway, so, yeah, he takes 26. But you do note that in other circumstances, Villain was a little bit of a squishy. And it seems that with the combination of his armor and just general training in a different discipline. He seems to be a bit more rugged. Can handle that. He looks like he shakes off that hit pretty quick.
Awesome.
Okay. Then we have Haru.
Haru is unhappy.
Oh yeah.
So she still has the light going because it's not concentration. I don't want to accidentally hit anybody else with the lightning because it's at this point now it'll start hurting other people. So I'm gonna let that go.
Okay.
She starts running it. Hello, button. She starts running in.
Haru rushes
it. The creature that had the one that has the shackle, is it still nearby?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's within 20 feet of the other one. Or within 10 feet of the other one because it did hit him.
Alrighty. She is going to cast heat metal
on the shackle. Yes.
That's around its arm.
It can't take it out, so it loses it misses the save.
So that's 5d8 fire damage.
Ooh.
So 18 fire damage.
Ooh.
As it burns into its arm.
And it just as the burning happens, and you just see the rock starts like glowing a little bit, the rock on its arm, right where the shackle is, and it is incredibly unhappy.
And as a bonus action, as she's running in, she conjures a flame blade in her hand as she starts running towards the other one.
Holy shit.
And starts
you hear Vin give out this war cry as he sees you doing that, just like, fucking yeah. That was the wrong accent, but still. My point still stands. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Amadine goes, let's try that one more time. And you see her draw another chain on the shackle and another boulder as it has a disadvantage roll now to try to. Ooh, nope. As it gets and just drug over the side as this massive boulder and just starts. You don't hear anything as it rolls over. You do hear Button knocking things over on Tessa's altar, though.
You've knocked over the moon.
That has to be a bad omen.
Oh dear. I recognize that.
I know. Why?
Here comes the moon. Hello, moon. Amadine knocks the one troll down. Alfreda takes another couple swings at the troll. Gets at least one of them in. That's good. And you see the sword start glowing with that same energy as the dragon, like this like teal dragon head, and the blade almost becomes a spectral wing as it just kind of, and when it hits, there's this huge gust of wind as the troll has to avoid being pushed back.
Which one was the one with its toe attached? Was it the one that just got pulled over the side?
No,
or this one?
It's this one.
Oh.
That's a 2. Again. See, there's a rolling garbage is helpful when you are rolling monsters. Sometimes. It's only 8. That's fine. So she does 8 slashing damage, and it fails the save to not get pushed. And because its toe was like stone with the stone, instead of getting pushed 10 feet, it gets pushed 5 feet back, and does not fall over the cliff. But it is near the cliff, very close to the cliff. And Cassandra is going to, let me see. Just checking something for the help action. Okay, so Cassandra looks over at the troll, kind of stumbles near it again, and looks to you, Oliet, and she says, I can give you a target. And she kind of gestures with a bit of almost like spell casting, and you see a very small, like, little tab flip up in the hide of the troll. And you just see paper on the inside.
Okay.
And it's your turn. She's giving you the help action. So if you target it with an attack, you get advantage on the attack roll.
Okay. Well, listen.
It's fine if you don't use it. It's okay.
Juliet is a powerhouse in a few things, but
Targeting
combat
things
is not one of them.
Targeting things might
is
not be
not
one of the
them.
things. I understand. She was trying.
Let's see. Listen, she's doing her best. I think. I don't know if this is gonna. I don't know if this is gonna work since the toe thing, but.
Oh, it got cracked. Like it. What happened was it basically slowed the push, so it's no longer attached to the ground. But it got pushed 5 instead of 10 feet because that extra momentum broke the seal between the ground and its foot.
Well, okay, so I'm
have fun.
going to okay, and you said this thing is close to the edge of the cliff?
Mm-hmm. It is now within 5 feet of the cliff. Like it's now adjacent to the cliff.
Sure. I'm just gonna start telling the troll a story.
Right.
About Billiam the Imbanishable. It's not a word. And
Billiam the Unbanishable.
Billiam always had a knack for like getting out of sticky situations last minute.
Mm-hmm.
And people tell tales of Billiam's quick wit and even fleeter foot managed to get him out of many a scrape. As he always said famously, if you can't be right, it's better that you've left. And I'm going to teleport 30 feet to my left. And also, since that's my immediate, the troll's also going to teleport 30 feet is what I'm getting to.
Okay.
Nice.
So you and another target teleport?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it.
And is there any save for that or no? It
just says, run away. Choose a number of creatures it can see within 30 feet to immediately use their this same reaction.
Okay. So whatever your reaction was, they duplicate it.
They have to do
That's it. That's amazing. Oh my god.
So they just teleport over the edge of the cliff.
And the troll just and just immediately falls. Like you get a like it's weirdly the physics in this book are very Looney Tunes.
Sure. Why not?
And you just hear there's it's the goofy scream. So there's a millisecond of silence, and then you just hear Vin crack the fuck up. Just like that was fucking savage.
I'm ready to go to the next clue or whatever. Like, we don't have time for this.
Oh, come on, you gotta enjoy life a little bit when it gets so fucking ridiculous.
Sure.
Who needs healing? Who needs help?
I got kind of, sure.
Okay.
He's got a little bit of blood going down his face. I got smacked in the face by a
smacked in the face
by a hand that was the size of me.
Yeah. She goes over and she puts a hand on his head and just kind of is inspecting it and casts Cure Wounds. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. You all right?
Yeah. What about that thing later?
Yeah, sorry. Heat in the moment. Gets 8 points back.
Thank you.
All right. Are you gonna be okay?
Not...
Need more? I can give you more healing if you need
He gets
it.
this dumb grin on his face when you ask, do you need more? We're talking about the healing.
What else would I be talking about?
Nothing. Okay. Yeah, I actually could, because that was like a fourth of what I took.
Okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I got a lot. I'm like, I got more armor than it looks. I'm doing.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you. And
He still gets another 5.
Okay.
Sorry,
So,
I should
no,
have
that's
asked
better.
first about the thing.
No. It was fine. It's fine. You don't apologize.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Okay. And Almadine's just like, fucking people. And the a familiar
and unwelcome voice echoes in all of your heads.
Oh, a robot echoes in all of our heads, apparently.
sorry.
There you go. When I was thinking it was Misery for a second with that. Suddenly I was like, Misery's here? What happened?
Very good. Huzzah.
Thank you.
You're
I'm glad
welcome.
our hard work is appreciated.
Let's go on to the next. Wow, my accent's everywhere right now. Let's go on to the next lesson then, shall we? A hard one for many to learn.
And you all feel the floor suddenly give out, and you drop probably about 10 feet, and then you hit the ground in another place.
The next lesson. That's not the accent. What the fuck is going on? I'm juggling between like 4 different things right now.
You are playing a multitude of people and doing it wonderfully.
The next lesson. You can't trust anybody.
And you see the dragon head that's like glowing over Malfrida's head starts like snarling and like blowing out like spectral flames. And she starts stumbling around a little bit with her sword in her hand and takes a swipe at the closest person, which is 1, 2, 3. That's not the right dice. Oliette, you're the closest. Malfrida takes a swing at you. That is 15.
I mean, yes.
I'm sure you see those.
Wait, would two extra AC points make a difference?
Wait a minute. Why am I not wearing... Is there a reason I'm not wearing my armor?
You
Can I take
changed
it
into
off?
a cop costume last time. I don't know if you took it off. You can put it on. That's fine.
I mean, it's fine. It might not go with my
I feel
outfit.
like you
Would
would've
2
had
points
some kind of
fix
armor on,
your
though.
problem with being struck by a sword?
No. Oh, no. I
What
just...
is her AC?
My AC is 12, and with my armor, it's 13.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Someone sacrifices fashion for
I'm
safety for fashion.
10 feet away.
I see
But
that
yeah.
now. My god. Okay. Anyway.
And I thought I was hurting with a 15.
Anyway, so so the sword,
beauty.
the sword swipes up, and that spectral wing appears, and so she hits you. You take 6 slashing damage, and I need a strength save.
Okay.
It's like I asked Paru an hour ago.
No, it's fine. My strength save is a 3.
3 total.
Yeah.
You get pushed 10 feet back.
Okay.
Which is, actually kind of helpful in this circumstance.
Yeah, that'll work.
And Malfrida's just kind of stumbling, and after a moment, she's like kind of reaching up. Let me see. Everybody give me an insight check.
26.
Anyone do better than that?
19.
Nope.
The 19 will do it too. You can see it looks like she's trying to rip the helmet off. Like she's struggling against something.
Paro goes to try and help.
It's a spectral helmet. There's not really pulling it off. There.
Dispel magic?
Okay. So you're just trying to dispel the helmet?
Yeah.
Give me a spellcaster check. So roll and add your spellcasting modifier.
Plus 4. That's 18.
18. You don't have to touch the thing you're dispelling, right?
No.
So you reach out.
30-foot range or something.
Yeah.
20 feet.
It wouldn't make sense for you to touch the thing.
120 foot range.
You reach out for the sort of like energy of this spectral helm, this animated dragon head, and you just feel almost as if you've it's like you're Scooby-Doo and you're ripping a rubber mask off someone. It's got that kind of vibe to it. As you're just and you watch in this kind of really grotesque way that could only really be envisioned in a goblin storybook. You watch as the head of this dragon just gets completely turned inside out, but spectral. It's really gross. There's spectral entrails and everything. You see the back of it's like when you're in a video game and you zoom and turn in the wrong angle and you end up inside the head of the person. It's that. And Malfrida just kind of jerks away from it and is just wide-eyed and very upset with what just happened. She did not feel. She looks very shaken by that. I'm sorry. It wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
You're okay. You're okay. I have it.
Oh, fun. Fine.
Therefore, I failed level 6.
This whole book kind
You
of
failed
reminds
all
me.
your lessons.
Which means I'm
Great.
the best goblin ever. Because what goblin listens to a lesson book anyway?
Don't use perverse psychology on me.
Would you prefer that I was just perverse?
Okay.
Yes.
And you're in a room made entirely of stone, and you do see that there's a very large wooden ornate door on the wall. And Malfrida just kind of shaking off the just perpetual heebie-jeebies that she's experiencing right now, starts settling and glancing around. Okay. This looks familiar. I actually think we're in the keep. Good. That's further along. That's a good thing. I know how to skip things. All right. Amandine, come here. And Amandine's like, I don't know why she's complaining. Rather, Vin, I don't know why you're complaining. You like volunteered to be our walking pen. Or like an etch-a-sketch or something.
And I just...
She makes things disappear and appear. What?
Okay.
Yes, I like it. Etch-a-sketches. It's a compliment.
All right. Oh, but we're gonna have to twist the knobs.
He like smacks your shoulder. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
And
It's a very strange thing when Paru gets sexual humor and when she does not.
and when she gets it, she's getting like these really like weird flustery like shut up sort of responses from Villain or from Vin. So you you see as Malfrida takes Amadine over to the wall and says, I think right on the other side of this wall there is a room that is a balcony and it should lead to the... You can get over a tower from there. If you can get into the tower, that's lesson 25. Sorry. And Amadine's like, okay, yeah, I can try that. And she starts drawing a series of doors. One of which is, unfortunately, requires that you jump across it opens up into a balcony on a tower, and you have to jump across the balcony to get to the door that is across a slight gap between two towers. It's a little bit of a ways down. Olia can fly, so she's not gonna have a problem, but like the rest of you have to get across. Probably about a 20-foot jump. Ignore me while I again look up jumping rules, because I always forget. Ooh, there's a jump calculator.
Well, if Paru can make a wall of stone, couldn't you just make a wall of stone and walk across it?
Very true.
Yeah, I could.
I'll just be waiting over here, and I'm just gonna go to the other side.
Vin's just like, I'm just gonna be waiting right here because technically, mathematically, I have a -1 horizontal jump distance, so I'm just gonna be here.
Do you just want to walk across the wall that I'm gonna make?
All right, I'm gonna wait for you.
Oh.
Do that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Me too, because I'm not a big jumper.
Amadine also just... Do you want to? Go ahead.
Do I want to jump?
No, make a bridge. I could do it too.
Sorry, Paru is being... Sometimes Paru jumps into my brain and decides that she wants to do very terrible, terrible ideas.
Do them.
How far across is it?
20 feet?
Yeah. What the fuck? She backs up a couple feet.
God. Paru, you don't have to show off. Paru, you don't have to show
jump
off.
on herself as she goes to jump. She makes the
For like a split second, Vin just like, oh my god.
and then makes the bridge.
Vin just walks over with this.
What?
No, I could do it without my lungs jostled up into my tonsils. So like maybe. Great job, I guess. Fuck. Fucking hell,
I
woman.
think that was anatomically possible unless you have assistance.
I
You
don't.
offering, Beza?
Well, no, I mean, lungs into tonsils. I'm pretty sure it would kill him, so I don't really want to do that. But,
That was what I was getting at.
It's a peculiar way to...
oh.
I mean,
thought
I'd watch
this place-
that fight.
I'm not fighting
want
Beza.
to-
I mean, you would be losing to Beza, but I mean, I would watch that
I don't
fight.
want to die to Beza.
That's fair.
I don't want you to die to Beza either.
Mm-hmm.
Me neither.
To be honest, I mean, and he, like, hits the breastplate. I'm actually not sure how easy it would be.
I still don't want to test that theory.
Neither do I. I'm a big fan of being in one solid piece. So,
You
shall we?
are definitely a solid piece.
I thought we were going to talk about this later. Almadine's like, fucking people. And she just walks across.
I didn't think that was talking about it.
And so you head across the bridge that Paru makes, and you are in a tower. The tower has a cage on the inside of it. Like, it's a big center, there's like circular room. And inside of it, there's a cage. And the cage has a thing.
This is where the go-go dancers go.
It's a very big cage. So you you hear the voice.
Very, very well. Well met and well done. The next lesson is a slight alteration, given that there are multiple participants and, shall I say, students in today's lessons. I don't remember what number we're on. 26. Lesson 26.
Okay.
Never take the blame for something.
And 1, 2, 3. Everybody give me a charisma save.
1.
1.
21.
21. What did Paru get? 3. Asa?
2.
Oh no.
Should we use some of those rerolls, maybe, Heather?
Well, I have a thing that lets me reroll
This
a
is
save.
not about making a save.
Okay.
This is about who lost it the worst.
Oh, excellent.
So the voice says,
Why take the blame yourself?
and Beza bamfs into the cage.
When you can blame somebody else. Somebody's got to stay in this room, while the others journey to the next lesson. Have fun deciding.
Okay, now it's just being a dick.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This reminds me of that one song that Oliette taught me. How did it go? Oh yeah, narrator. Fuck you very much.
We hate what you do. We hate your whole crew. So please don't stay in touch.
So the moment that Beza sings that, there's a grumble from the narrator, and then a very weirdly half-hearted gold star appears above her head.
Her imagination.
And it goes away. So Vin walks towards the cage and is like, all right, so Beza, I'm not really a big fan of you being in the cage.
That makes 2 of us.
So, can you break it?
I get the feeling that something has to change places with me for me to get out of here.
I will.
What? Fuck off.
No, that's not an option.
Why is that not an option? You
Because
are
you're not
badass
saying
and
it
can,
either.
but you can like break everything in half.
Beza, you bamf out of the cage and Vin bamps in.
Nope,
Ooh.
I really don't like that.
So you just have to think it. I was just trying. But I can't undo it. So,
Any
Wait, what
volunteers?
about-
Haru thinks about switching places with Blade.
Cassandra,
Oh,
this whole
well,
thing's made out
and-
of paper, right?
And boom, Paru, you bamf in. Cassandra looks at you. Technically, yes, it is paper.
Great. So can you open the cage?
And she walks forward. And there's more than just paper here. There's like a little enchantment, so it's sort of like I can work with regular paper. If that makes any sense. But,
Okay.
but we could try something. And Paru, you bamf out of the cage, and Cassandra goes into the cage. Okay. And she looks up like she's like, as if she can do anything about the fact that the narrator can probably observe you. And she like takes a breath and just sort of sinks into the floor, like sort of becomes one with the floor and goes completely two-dimensional on the floor surface. Like she's just laying down. Well, we could try this. And she pops back up. Maybe we just pick me and I just... go.
That's not bad.
As lovely as you've all been, it's not like I don't have to go with you. I could just keep going on the way I was going. It's been really fun, but I'm not really like worried about it. If that's what you're concerned about, I'd much rather help the person who was, stuck here as a kid than I'm just,
Cassandra, before we decide on that, I have a question. Do you
Okay.
have to see the paper in order to be able to do anything to it?
I have to be within touch distance, I think. Within to a degree. I have to be in its
Alright.
presence.
Okay.
Meaning Angela hasn't picked the rules out yet because this was a temporary character.
Fair enough. So I have an idea, but I don't know if it's possible.
Hit me. Not really.
Oh.
Tell me the idea.
No, I'm not gonna hit you actually. Okay. So come here. I'm gonna whisper. She's not sure if the narrator can hear a whisper or not, but she wants to err on the side of caution.
Malfrida goes, I don't think it matters. Trust me, I've muttered plenty of things in my day. Get a lot
Are
of
you trying to
snarky
tell a
things.
secret, Beza?
Maybe. I have an idea.
Write it down.
I can do that.
Or
And she'll
that works.
pull out a piece of paper and she like hides it against herself so that it hopefully can't be seen from above. And she writes out, since the narrator's all around us, can you put the narrator in the cage?
I think it has to be I think you have to will to be inside. I don't think you can put someone in unwillingly. The person has to choose to be in the game. At least that's how it's been working.
I didn't choose to be in the cage, and I got put
But
in.
somebody had to start, I assume. They were being an asshole. Like, and Malfrida's like, she gets it.
I mean, it was worth a shot. And
No, really, I think this would work. I think if you just move on, and I'm the one stuck in the cage. Oh no, I can just make my way out. I'm not really that worried about it. I mean, unless you want me to meet up with you at some point.
Like, okay, so,
Oh, thank you. You too.
Also, you didn't stab me, so you're already my favorite of the two new
I
hires.
apologized multiple times.
I'm
That was
not-
not.
No. So, yeah, I mean, that's a bummer, but also not gonna twist your arm. you want to stay.
I don't want to stay, but I can, because it's, all paper to me.
Couldn't break it, then you're not going to be able to get home.
But, and she kind of sinks into the floor again. This is a start.
Okay. Huh?
All right, we've decided I'm gonna be here. They can go forward. You promised. Alfreda's like, that doesn't fucking mean anything.
Yeah, this part was like that's
Fine. Piece of shit. All right. So the dickwad heroes all beat all the lessons and decided to be even bigger dipshits than the book could even conceive. Congratulations. You are more goblin than we could have imagined possible.
my parents will be so proud.
The door slowly opens to the next room, and it's just this glowing, this like glowing light. Why is this music? Battle music. We don't need battle music. Just gonna do the like tense music. It's fine. And the door opens and the light goes through, and you hear the narrator go,
Step forward for your final lesson, you pieces of shit. I don't get back.
Elaine's just like, I'm going to choose not to examine that. And
But like, who pays him? And how do we talk to them?
I don't get paid at all. That's the joke.
God, gotta go.
To the fucking door now. I don't
You're
got
really
all
good at jokes.
I don't got all eternity. Get going.
You do, though. I'm just gonna
Fuck
step
off.
through.
First of all, fuck off. Second of all, go through the fucking door.
and
I would say it's been fun, but it certainly has not been fun, you cock-munching knob biscuit.
you get one more stop. And Malfrida, all of you are just so belligerent and like fuck off to the book. And there's something about like Malfrida is staring at the glowing door with this look of disbelief on her face. Like, I haven't been to lesson 27.
Let's get you out of here.
Yeah, that would be good. And she steps forward into the light, and Amadine glances around. Well, I guess we can just check and see if the final lesson would be where the signature is.
I mean, it would make sense.
And just kind of backs into the room.
Well, worst comes to worst, I can always try to figure out how to send my brother here. He'd probably love it.
Come all right there,
He already is.
right? But like times 20.
I mean, that's just
20.
the rest of the
Sorry,
brothers.
times 27.
27, yeah.
And you enter the light and you see that you have arrived back in the first clearing.
Thank you, Cassandra. As she's going through the door.
Bye. See you around.
Be safe.
I'm just paper. I'll be fine.
Nothing just about it.
and you all pass through. You arrive in the first clearing you were in. And you look around, and Malfrida's like, "Please, dear God, don't do this. Don't have this be a thing."
And the final lesson to truly embracing your goblinhood is that life is a big fucking disappointment. So you better get used to it. You sniveling piece of shit. The end!
At least you didn't try to make me
Growing on me. Is that weird? I'm like kind of into this.
And like, try to find a copy of it if you want.
I might.
I have a copy at my house.
Malfrida's like, "Please, under all circumstances, make sure it's not cursed when you touch it." You find a copy.
I mean, there's 35 of my brothers and sisters reading it. It's probably really cursed by now.
Oh, fuck
Like-
off.
Anything that's different now that we're here? Or is it literally
give me a
the
perception
exact
check.
same? Okay. Well. Oh, that's not bad. 17.
17, awesome. Anybody else? Or just Oliette?
14, so I don't see more than her.
I rolled a 3, so that's an 11.
Okay. Paru. So, Oliette, you start looking around, and we'll see. Amadine also helps you out a little bit.
Unless I'd noticed it with my
roll
past,
way
that's
better.
very different.
Well, Oliette is actively looking, so we'll have her take a look around.
Yeah,
So you
definitely.
you start studying everything, and I mean, you didn't spend a ton of time studying this glade, but you do catch an off color in one of the many little glowing mushrooms that are all around. It's like all the mushrooms were like sort of a blue-green color, and this one is slightly on the purple side, over in the distance where there's like some trees, and they kind of form a circle around the glen.
Okay.
And if you go inspect that mushroom, you see a tiny bit of light reflecting on the bark of the tree, and almost like a black light, you see some writing etched into the tree trunk. Very familiar signature writing.
Okay. I'll just point that out and like whistle for Amadine to come over.
What you got? Please tell me something trite and sappy and terrible.
Yes, it's everything that your heart desires.
Great.
I'll point out the writing.
You plus me equals forever or something bullshit. No, that's not what it says.
Yeah,
But it's the
Sort of tales.
it's the Shakespearean, it's the dark academia Shakespearean version of that.
Oh my god.
Welcome, readers.
Dark academia is just Renaissance emo.
Oh my god.
Yep.
So sorry, Renaissance fair emo.
There you go.
So nothing wrong with any of those things. It's just an observation.
No.
So Amadine pulls out the quill, and you see the big feathered galaxy as she starts etching into a tree like 3 trees down with the same marking. Just stay right there so we don't forget which one's the real.
Got it. Got it.
And so she goes around and starts making copies of the message on different trees. And then...
I will also point out to her that she might want to retint some of the mushrooms that are leading to the
Oh,
trees.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how I found it.
she starts doing them in different colors. so that there's not just a purple. It's just that there's other colors there too, so there's not really a rhyme and reason to it. And several of them are copies of the first one, so that light purple. And then, so you have this forest, like this clearing, all like several of the trees around it are now all marked. And Amadine asks, Paru, can someone check my work, actually? Just to make sure it all reads correctly.
I cast Detect Magic to check work.
Yeah, so you look around at the trees nearby, and they all look functionally identical in terms of the energy signature of those forgeries.
Nothing less than perfect as always.
Much appreciated. Wonder if we can leave
Do you know where the other ones go?
You could theoretically bust a portal through anywhere, but you might just end up in a different part of the same tome. I mean, I don't overtly know where the other ones go. It's not so much it's opening a portal, such as it's marking a thin, like, boundary between books in the metaphysical sense. So the other
like
ones are just
library.
marking to other, like, they're just marking, saying, make a cut here. So none of them are strictly portals, if you're going to get technical. What was your question, Besa?
I was just saying, so it's almost like it marks the places where there's like a hole in the cover of the book, so it's easier to get through from one book to the next.
That's not the worst analogy for it I've ever heard. And Vin's like, so we're like bookworms.
Grouse.
Are there actual bookworms? Are they like worms in books?
I mean, nature has a way of breaking down and decomposing almost every single material, so at the fundamental level, most decomposers are worm-like in nature, so most likely.
You also have to keep in mind that before they learned how to make paper really easily, they made books out of vellum.
Mm-hmm. Definitely had worms in those books.
Yep.
Gross. Cool.
Nature's disgusting. It's amazing.
I know because Mom keeps some of her books that are still on vellum. They're really stinky, which is why I'm glad I don't have to breathe.
Valid. All right.
Like
So-
rare collector's
No,
editions, it's
vellum.
Rare collector's edition. You can take the Oleat out of the bookstore, but you can't take the
Can't
books.
take the
Sorry,
Oleat.
yeah, but you can't take the bookstore at Oleat.
I mean, she's got some duplicates. She might give them to you if you ask nicely. Only it's in book heaven.
just like daydreaming. But yeah, can we go or
Right? That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Next
Amadine.
book.
So hopefully it's somewhere we can rest. I used up a lot of spells.
Hopefully.
today.
And Amadine starts drawing the portal to the door. And as she does, you're all just kind of waiting. And Vin kind of awkwardly sidles up next to you, Paru, as you're watching Amadine build the door. So, there was like you did a thing.
I did a thing.
Yeah, you did. In the middle of a combat, which is a tremendous safety hazard, I must say.
Yeah.
Actually.
I'm sorry. That
I mean,
was
of course, we've only known each other for like 6 hours.
oh god.
Probably less than that, honestly.
True.
Wasn't like the timing could have been better, to be honest. But like the principle of the thing was sound, I would say.
Okay.
Just put it out there. You know, talk
Would
later about it. Fuck Thank you, Heather. Is that another?
A second to realize what you were
Is
humming.
that another song that Oliette taught you? When
Sure.
you're trying to be passive aggressive.
Sure.
I am not going to pretend that I have any sort of idea of what I am doing whatsoever in this situation.
Right, I'm just like kind of a structural personality of another person, so I'm not
Well,
going to say I know everything either.
I have
Hey,
what?
still me. Letting you know.
I know. I mean, yeah.
Alright, it's just a little different. I understand.
I'm not saying that this randomly came about because of the change. The impulse that prompted the decision has been there for quite some time.
I know.
Look,
I'm sorry about the talk we had before. I mean, I'm not sorry about.
the talk we had before.
Yeah. You told me this. You told Verlaine this before. It was a little while ago. Still working through a lot of shit. I mean, we're still working through a lot of shit, but a little less now. Things have old or rest or just grew up a little. Always helpful. But yeah, you forget you told me already. That is, I mean, listen, I've seen people nag before, but like, that's fucking next level.
What's? I don't even know
Don't
what that
worry
is.
about it, love. It's fine. Just no, it's fine. We've got a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
And Amadine looks like she's finishing up the doorknob, so we get to go.
Right.
But I'm down for talking about this a little. Okay?
Right.
Okay. And there's like this little pause. And he's like, I just want, can I just check something for 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
And he just kisses her. As Amadine's like, excuse me. Door to another dimension is open. Metaphysical, existential crises. Anything ringing a bell here? It'd just
Nope.
be really nice if we could focus on that, and then maybe talk about you guys deal with all the romance shit like later. Just like 5 minutes without lovey-dovey stuff would be great.
You
And
haven't traveled with us before, have you?
She walks through the door.
Base is like, welcome to my life.
And you follow her. Malfrida just kind of not quite sure, but it seems like Amadine had been talking to her about what was happening, that they're going to travel through and that she might be able to end up on the other side in physical form. So she'll come with you. And Amadine's just like, 5 minutes out romance shit.
I haven't gotten to have any of that before, so sorry.
She's already through the door. It's a muttering under her breath, and you all follow through the door after her just as she says, 5 minutes without lovey-dovey shit. And you all end up...
I have a
Actually, hold
feeling.
on. I gotta find the right
I have
tone.
a feeling.
Hold on. Gotta find the right one. Here we go.
Yep.
You all end up in there's a moment where like you feel the ground is like sort of swaying underneath you, and there is a sudden bright light in your eyes as you hear a of a curtain, and you are on a stage. And there are dozens of people in front of you, these like really rambunctious, rowdy looking sailors of all kinds. And they're just like, woo! And they're just like clapping and stuff. And there is an elven gentleman with very long ears and like a 60s style suit on, holding a wand, who says, "Give it up for our contestants tonight." And everybody goes wild as we test compatibility and answer questions in tonight's episode of... And you hear an entire crowd of people shout in unison. I don't have a thing that'll do this. It goes, "The truest booty of all!" And then these little stools come up, and you all stare. And Amadine, you could hear a pin drop, and then you just hear Amadine go, "Motherfucker!" and that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna end for next week. Just so you know, this is thank you to our to my Discover RPG viewers who decided that we should dump you all into a Cosmo dating quiz.
I love it.
Oh my
I love
God.
it.
Slash
so
the
excited.
dating game. So yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, poor Cara was so confused right now. She's like, "I confess what?"
Yeah, what did I talk about?
What?
I don't remember that. All right, everybody, and to the slow jazz we leave you for this evening. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you here. I'll be around on Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for Discover RPG, where I prep for my D&D games, but we'll probably also prep for this game because I need a few more pirate-themed dating game questions that I need to be developing. As I have a bunch of them.
So excited.
You haven't even met your eligible captains yet.
It's gonna be bullshit, like which is sexier, a hook hand or a peg leg.
My God, it's actually a little more
because
like it's a little more like the dating game. You guys are gonna be, the like contestants, and then you'll have the bachelor or bachelorette that you have to answer questions for to get a date with them. You'll get paired up. It's a personality quiz. You're gonna figure out which one of your pirate captains
like,
you're most compatible with.
detachable limbs are like super hot.
Yeah.
Because then you can put other. It's like a what do you call it? The mixer.
A Swiss Army knife.
Just like you know what I mean? Like that's
Anyway.
very useful.
Welcome to the
Definitely the
actual edition of Shenanigans After Dark.
Right.
Yes.
This
Oh,
music.
it might be useful here finally.
Oh yeah, it might actually be really
I
useful
might
in this.
actually be able to do anything useful.
I really feel like Amity's just gonna be like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fair.
All right, everybody.
Sorry, the eligible captain that I'm interested is on stage with me. I don't. I'm sorry.
Not a captain. So you all have been wonderful. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight and watching the show. We're just super grateful for everybody. Congratulations again to Lane for winning our art contest. Get in touch with Tessa on Discord and we will
We will get those.
hell yeah, we're gonna get you your Samhain dice set. Ooh, this one's fun. And let me just put some stuff on the screen for oh, you already got that. Thank you so much, Chris. Speaking of the Discord, join the Discord and you'll get to see some stuff. We'll post and we talk about the show in our chat. We also have a spoiler channel, so if you haven't caught up on the episode, you won't get spoiled in the other channel for that current week's episode. What else? So we are here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern here on We Are Nerdsmith. If you follow us on Twitter, you will get alerts when we go live. And that's all I got. Oh, also, please consider joining the Discord, because if you like listening to people read, I am bringing back an old favorite that we had for a long time, Reader's Corner. Not for a long time, at the beginning of the pandemic. And so we're going to be turning it into a Discord live stage event rather than streaming it on Twitch. That allows me to read books that are slightly newer and not in public domain, and I can play whatever the hell music I want. So I'll be doing some live audiobook reading. I'm probably going to start doing it on maybe this Friday, possibly Saturday. The idea is I'm going to be reading a book called The Girls at the Kingfisher Club. It is a 1920s flapper interpretation of the 12 Dancing Princesses fairy tale. It's very good. It's all about like literal sisterhood and going out partying. It's really good. It's like one of the most charming books I've read in a long time, and I'm really excited to reread it. And they're absolutely Bex, will potentially be accents. They're all related, like there's 12 sisters, so I'd have to like really just decide on an accent, and then they all have to have it. But I will endeavor to include maybe a little bit of like Button, maybe.
Why?
Cat in repose. Yeah, I'll do my best, Bex. But yeah, come hang out, and we'll do basically book club stuff. It'll be fun. I'm gonna start a thread for the book. It'll have some places for us to chat, and basically like turn it into a Pinterest board of cool 1920 stuff. Anyway, that is all we've got for you tonight. We'll see you here next week. Thank you so much, players. You all were delightful. And thank you, Alora, for your tip tonight, because that was fun.
It was very fun.
Everyone, please have a very safe evening. Have a very safe and happy week. Happy December for those of you on the East Coast. It is December now. And we'll see you here next week. Please do us all a favor, though, and be good to each other. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.